What's good, folks? Welcome back to another episode of my channel. It is your boy Elijah. So a week ago, I made a video talking about a $200 drop shipping challenge that I started for a business of mine. So today, as you can see on the agenda, we're going to be talking about just some quick updates as to how that business is going. And then I'm going to share with you some important lessons that I've learned so far in this drop shipping business. And basically, let's just get right to it. So if you didn't watch my first video, make sure you check that video out first because it's going to give you better context as to what is going on here. So this, again, is my website. This is the page where shoppers are going to come on to purchase my Paws product, which is a product for cats. So now, let's go straight into the expenses so far. So a quick breakdown of everything that's been going on. So $200 was the number that I wouldn't go past when it comes to this business. I started off with $5 buying DropPoint, which is the place that I found this product actually. So DropPoint is just an aggregator online that was created by a random person out there that is very, very experienced in the dropshipping world. And it's just a list of products to kind of select from. Next thing we have is a domain. In order to have a website, you need a domain. And you pay for that yearly, so I just kind of factor that in as a one cost. And then I also paid for a video ad on Fiverr for like $13, and I also did some advertising on TikTok for $20, Snapchat ad for $15. This was a mistake. I'll talk more about that in a bit, but this was a terrible expense. I also paid right around $3 for Instagram followers because I did some Instagram promotion. I didn't want my account to look like a fraud or a random account if buyers were to go to my Instagram page and they saw 0 followers. I didn't want it to look kind of sketch. So I bought 100 and plus followers to give it a little bit of, fluff. Next thing we have here, Facebook ads. So far, I've spent $35.24, but my total budget for this period is going to be $50. So we haven't gotten to that $50 yet. But that's my budget, and it's already incorporated in this. Next up, we have $40 that I spent towards Instagram page promotion. So there was a page on Instagram. This page has around 500,000 followers, and I paid them roughly, I think it was $40 to post on their story and their page for 24 hours. I don't know if that was a great buy. But we'll talk more about that and break it down in a second. Next, we have Shopify, which is going to cost $30 on June 16th. And Luke's Reviews is going to cost $10 on June 16th as well. These two costs I will not be continuing, and I will give you reasons why. So overall, as you can see here, we're right around $199.43. But I will not be continuing past June 16th. Because this business isn't going as well as I thought it would. So I would end up spending $159.43 depending on how tomorrow and the rest of tonight looks. So I just wanted to bring you some quick, straight to reality checks when it comes to starting any new business, especially when you're not experienced in that space. It's going to be very different from what you think. I know everyone tries to make it look like glamour and roses when they start a dropshipping business. They tell you, just start it. You're going to, do amazing, sell millions. But here is just some quick back to reality fact checks, right? So this is some analytics I'm going to bring your eyes and attention to. As you can see, this is the month to date, and I started this month. And as you can see here, we have not received any sales yet. But I'll bring your attention to one thing, which is the online store session. And this is very important information because it shows that generally we are getting some traction and some traffic onto the website. But the problem here is we are not receiving orders. And as you can see down here as well, we got right around 5 sessions with add to carts. So if we closed 5 of those sales with the product selling for right around $25, that would have been roughly $125-ish, $150, right? So that would have been super, super nice if those were to be closed, and that would have paid back a lot of the advertising that we did. So, with that being said, right, when you pay a lot of this into advertising and you do a lot of like marketing and setting up a bunch of streams, yes, it may not pay off and it may seem like you're spending a lot of money, but when you have your plans in terms of how you're going to be converting customers, if that conversion funnel is super solid, like if mine was more solid than it is right now, the money that I've spent so far would have been paid back in return, right? But that is not quite the case. Bring your attention to one more thing. As you can see here, the traffic that I received, majority of it came from Instagram and Facebook. A little bit of that came from TikTok. And as you can see, Snapchat, this is the reason why I said this was a mistake. 5 of that came from Snapchat. And as you can see here, the ad cost for Snapchat was significantly higher than it should have been for that cost. So that's just one thing I wanted to bring your attention to. If you're starting a new dropshipping business, it's probably a good idea to stay away from Snapchat for a long time. One thing I want to mention, actually, let's just get straight right into the lessons that I've learned now that you've known how this has gone so far. The first thing you want to do is pick a product in a niche that you understand. So in my case here, I've never had a pet before. So this is a very, very interesting choice of product for me. The reason I chose this product is because it caught my eye, but honestly speaking, this product isn't quite one that I would say best fits my something I could sell in a sense, right? So I would say go with a niche that you really, really understand. Go with a product that you see yourself using, because that way you can also create content for it. And that's something you're going to need a lot, content, especially organic content. The next thing I'm going to talk about is TikTok, which is huge. I think TikTok is the way to organically reach as many people as possible for free, especially when starting out a very, very new dropshipping store. So as you can see here, these are all pretty free traction. And if you post it on Instagram, for example, the reach you would get on Instagram or Facebook or etc. will never, ever, ever reach these numbers. And that is just factual, proving by multiple people. So getting into the 400s, 500s with people actually engaging with the post, right? So we have 8 likes, right? So people actually engage with the post in some way, shape, or form. This was the advertisement that I did with the 2,000 views. But regardless of that point, right, the reason you want to start with these 2 things is you need to have some sort of organic flow to your website. And the next thing I'm going to say is niche pages for shoutouts, like what I did with this cat page. What you want to find is pages like that are super niche to whatever product you're selling, and do some advertisement on them, because the people that follow that page follow it because they genuinely love whatever that niche is and they love products around it. So if you're solving a problem for that niche with a product that you're serving, then you can generally find people in that space that will be willing to buy. And if they're not willing to buy, then you need to rethink the product that you're trying to sell, because those people are the ones that would most likely need it the most. So my advice is not to pay for any advertisement up until you have 200 to 300 organic page views, meaning the same thing that we have up here, 300 online store sessions. Until you see a number right around here, you don't necessarily want to start paying for ads. So next thing I'm going to say is you need to launch Facebook ads with pixels. So the reason you need pixels is, for example, if you look here, these bottom 3 are cold reaches. So this was when I didn't have any traction whatsoever. I was using cat lovers as an impression or as a demographic to target. And as you can see, the results weren't as good. They weren't really good. 1 link click. Super, super low. When you compare this to over here, these are some new copies that I made, pixels. If you look here, I made these on June 12th, so literally a day ago. And this has over 6 link clicks in just 1 day. And it has higher reach than any of these ever did in a matter of 1 day, right? So that's just one more thing I wanted to point out because it's super, super powerful. When you have Pixel is basically a Facebook tracker that tracks the users that are going to your website. So if you have around 300 page sessions, right? So those people genuinely were interested in that product. So if you can find audiences like those people, you're most likely to convert because those people were super interested in that product to begin with. So that's definitely a super, super helpful strategy I think you should focus on. Anyway, those were just some kind of tips, ideas that I think you should take away from this experience that I'm sharing with you in terms of how my dropshipping experience went. The next thing I'm going to say is don't give up ever because the first one doesn't work out. As you can see here, engagement, shows general interest in some good products. Like, this is generally probably a pretty good product. And I have seen a lot of people say, oh, this is super awesome. But it doesn't quite mean they're willing to pay, maybe for a lot of other reasons. It could be the website. It could be the conversion funnel. The funnel just wasn't enticing enough. Like the words that I had on the website probably wasn't grabbing enough, attention grabbing. The video that I had probably wasn't the best quality, showing the product in the best light. So there are a lot of different factors why one thing may not work. But that's not a reason for you to quit whatever venture or dropshipping you want to go into. I think the point is to continue to fine tune your skills in marketing products and figuring out what works, what doesn't work, and continue to push that boundary. So because here right now, the goal will be to close sales. But honestly, I don't think I will be continuing with this store. And that doesn't mean I'm giving up, right? My goal is to gain more experience in this field. So this is just the first of many stores that I will be starting. So definitely stay tuned to this channel if you want to keep up with my dropshipping adventure. I will be starting a store pretty soon. I think I'm done with this My Paws Cloud because, like I said again, it just isn't a product in a niche that I understand. I've never had a pet before. If I had a pet cat, I probably would have bought one and did my own videos, and super awesome quality videos where people can kind of see it, show it in the best light. But unfortunately, I don't have a cat, so I'll be finding products that are better for me to advertise, products that I understand, products that I will be using day to day. That way I can have a better sense of how to sell them. And I think that's the magic key when it comes to dropshipping business. So anyway, it was your boy Elijah. If you found this video insightful in any way, make sure you smash that like button because it helps me continue to make videos like this that are super awesome quality. If you're new to this channel, make sure you subscribe and stay tuned because we'll be covering a whole lot of other fun dropshipping challenges on here. And I will be showing you the groundwork. I'll be showing you the reality. I'll be showing you the truth of what happens in any of the things that I start, how they go. And I really hope you're excited to be on this journey with me because best believe we're going to be launching super awesome dropshipping stores very soon. Anyway, fam, thank you for watching this video and I hope you liked it. Stay tuned for more and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.
Don't speak to no one but the facts to the max.